Yo, what's up, guys? Earl DFS coming back with another NHL video, and today we have a 7-game slate to go over. But I'm going to start trying to do something a little bit new. I think I've done this in the past before a little bit, but in the beginning of videos, I want to take a few minutes just to look at the winning lineups from the night before, what type of stacks they have, so you guys can possibly, and I could look at it too to see how different contests people approach the different things. Let's start at the $295,000 or $295, $250K to first. Take a look at the top lineup here. I believe this is not a single entry. But the winner was Jay Perezzo. They had Alexander Barkov, who went off for 29 points. Mark Scheifele had the hat trick. Huberto had 29.5. Noel Kari, 4,400, 10.6, fine. $2,500 Blake Coleman. I think he was grossly underpriced. He just didn't get much action. Aaron Ekbald, 12.8, got the job done. Nudavara, 11.5 at 2,900, nice. Jordan Binnington at 8,400, only got him 19.8 points. So that's meh, but it got the job done. And then Nikola Ehlers, 14.5 points. He used all the salary. It was a 3-2-1, a Florida 1, Winnipeg 2, or Winnipeg power play. And Blake Coleman. And correlated defenseman with Ekbald, but Nudavara was not correlated. All right. So 184 points won that one. Let's see what other contests there were. As Roto Grinders did pretty well last night. As I believe this one right here. The 10K to first, taken home by the one and only Osimo. Let's see what he had. Barkov, Huberto, and Akari, with Ehlers and Scheifele and Wheeler. Kulak, Hutton, so no correlated defensemen, both 2,500, and then Mackenzie Blackwood. All right. Way to go, Osimo. You had the best lineup of the night, 201.3 points, ran a 3-3. With no correlated defenseman and no correlated goalie. All right, props to you. Take a look at one more here. We'll take a look at, where's the 20 max? Yeah, this is 20 max right here. Actually, no, we'll look at the $33, which once again, Osimo won. So, same lineup. Nice. And then the $12 single entry 1K to first was won by Cami T96. Had Barkov. What is this guy running? This looks like a cash lineup. Ran a what? 2-2-1? Not even. He ran 2 Philadelphia players, opposite lines. Ran 1 San Jose Shark, 1 LA King, 1 Florida Panther, 1 Winnipeg Jet, correlated the defenseman with Kopitar, a non-correlated defenseman, and correlated the goalie with 1 player. Huh. That's definitely a cash lineup. That was interesting. But onto the slate we have today. We'll start. It starts at 7:30, so keep that in mind. A little half an hour later of a lock. First game on the slate, the New York Rangers are at the Carolina Hurricanes. 3.35 for the Hurricanes, 2.65 for the Rangers. Henrik Lundqvist getting a start in net. He has been really not getting any starts lately. And Peter Mrazek for the Hurricanes. Looking at the lines, my preferred line from the Rangers is the top line. Buchnevich, Zibanejad, and Kreider. Keep an eye out for Kreider trades. Because his name keeps swirling around trade rumors. I don't know if it still is or not, but keep an eye out if he gets traded. Obviously, this is not a line you want to play, or you want to just two off with Zibanejad and Buchnevich. If that's the case, then this Panarin, Strome, and Fast line is definitely a line I want to get to as well. They're a little cheaper, and they still got that power play correlation. If you want to run power play stacks, I feel like the Rangers power play is one of the best ones to play when you play Zibanejad, Panarin, and then either or of Kreider and Strome and partnering them up with D'Angelo is never a bad idea. The Hurricanes do commit a lot of penalties. On the Hurricane side, I like far and away the best one, I think, is that Svechnikov, Teravainen, Aho line. And if you want to throw Justin Williams in there as well, have a little bit of correlation for the power play, cool. Justin Williams is really the only one from the second line I like. I'm not going to be getting to that second line as a full stack. I'll be getting more to that third line with Halua, Niederreiter, and Nikas as a full stack. And partnering that up with, it would be Jake Gardiner because of the power play correlation. So, and it's just a cheaper stack. It could be, if you want to run just Niederreiter and Nikas, the two cheaper ones, you can run that with a Boston 1, and I think that's a great play. So I'll probably have one lineup like that with Boston 1 and Niederreiter and Nikas. So definitely something I'm looking at. I don't know if I'm getting the goalies in this game. If I am, it's going to be Peter Mrazek. But we'll see what I get to. I definitely have a goalie I like better than Mrazek. I have a few goalies I like better than Mrazek. So that's just something I'm looking at. When I'm running the Svechnikov, Teravainen, and Aho line, I'm going to be getting Slavin in those, most likely, in most of those. I am trying to correlate more of the top defensemen with my stacks. On to the next game, we have the Detroit Red Wings and the New York Islanders. 1.95 for the Red Wings, 3.55 for the Islanders. Jimmy Howard versus Semyon Varlamov. I have a feeling that's going to be Thomas Greiss, though, because Varlamov just started last game. So watch out for that. I believe it's going to be Thomas Greiss. For the Red Wings, it's Detroit 1 with Mike Green or nothing. I just don't like this matchup. The Islanders are not a terrible defensive team. They're playing at home, and the Red Wings are just freaking terrible. So definitely, I won't be getting to more than probably 5% of that top line with Mike Green. So basically, top line or nothing. I'm not getting a Jimmy Howard. I might get to some power play stacks with that top line and Bertuzzi with Green. But I don't really want to get to any lines that have 5 Detroit Red Wings in it. That just sounds absolutely disgusting. On the Islanders side, though, I'm going to just go here. Right now, the Islanders are far and away my highest owned team. I'm living and dying with the Islanders tonight. I'm going to be getting to probably a lot of Semyon Varlamov. He gives me the best chance at a win. He gives me the best chance at a shutout. I feel in this entire slate. I'm getting to a lot of this Barzal line. Barzal is my top owned player of the the day so far. So I'm going to go to a lot of Eberle and Lee with Devin Towers as a power play stack, and probably some Brock Nelson in there as well. I'm getting to a decent amount of Brock Nelson, Josh Bailey, and Anthony Beauvillier. I'll probably get to a decent amount of Andy Green, Scott Mayfield. I'll throw all these defensemen in there too. I feel like the more Islanders, the better tonight. It's going to be those top two lines, though. I don't think I'm going to be getting to any. I'm definitely not getting to any fourth line, and I don't think I'm getting to any Johnson, Del Call, or Brassard. If Brassard's even playing, he got a puck to the face last game, so I don't know if he's playing yet. But definitely this top six for the Islanders are going to be my highest exposed on the day. Take a look at player exposure. I believe they're all in like the top 15. Barzal, Nelson, Anders Lee, Eberle, Varlamov, Beauvillier. Bam, all on the tops here. So if the Islanders go off tonight, I will see you on the top of the leaderboards. On to the next game. St. Louis Blues, Dallas Stars, 2.56 for the Blues, 2.94 for the Stars. Jake Allen, Ben Bishop in net. I don't think I'll get to. Actually, I might get to some goalies tonight from this game because the low totals. The Blues are not favored, but for St. Louis, my preferred line is that top line. I like the power play correlation, running it with the O'Reilly Shen Shorts line with Perrin and Pietrangelo. I think it's a nice play. I think the Blues could be contrarian tonight because they have such a low total on a 7-game slate. But I don't think I'm going to be getting to much of this game at all. It's a very slow-paced. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. The goalies, yes. Everyone else, not really. If I had to get to a Dallas line, it'll probably be Dallas 3. Radulov and Pavelski are just, I think, too cheap for having some top power play time. But I don't think this game is going to have enough goals for it to be worth stacking. Maybe some like O'Reilly, Shorts one-offs are fine. Pietrangelo one-offs are fine. Klingberg one-offs are fine. But I am not trying to full stack this game more than 5% of my lineups. It's just a game that if I had to for one game of the slate, I will cross this one out. It's just not a game I really, really want to get to. On to the next game, we have the Nashville Predators and the Chicago Blackhawks. 3.37 for the Predators, 3.13 for the Blackhawks. Pecorine, Corey Crawford. And there are really three lines I would not mind playing for Nashville tonight. Nashville 1, Nashville 2, Nashville 3 are all in play. I feel the Blackhawks are not a good team. The only problem with Nashville is I don't think it'll be that condensed of scoring. That being said, now Craig Smith is going to go off for another hat trick. But my preferred line is the second line, the Forsberg, Duchesne, Turris line. Then it would be the line 3, Grimaldi and Smith, and then the Grunlund, Johansson, and Arvidsson line. I can see myself getting to around 5% of each line. For the Blackhawks, I'll be full stacking Chicago 1 before Chicago 2, but I'll be getting to plenty of Patrick Kane one-offs and some Brandon Saad, Patrick Kane 2-man. For goalies, I might get to some Pecorine. He's favored, but I'm good. This is a high total. I think it will actually be a high total. So Chicago 1, 3 different lines from Nashville. I know that didn't really help, but I don't know which lines I like best. Next game on the slate, 9 o'clock game. Boston Bruins, Calgary Flames, 2.91 for the Bruins, 2.59 for the Flames. Tuukka Rask, David Rittich in net. I'm going to be getting to plenty of Tuukka Rask. We'll start on the Flames side because you guys already know I'm going to say for the Boston side. I'm okay with Calgary too. I'd kind of prefer them over Calgary 1 looking at it, because Calgary 1's going to be hard locked with that Marchand, Pastrnak, and Bergeron line, and they are arguably one of the best defensive lines in hockey. So definitely, I would not go to this Monahan, Goudreau, Lindholm line. I would rather go to Mangiapane, Tkachuk, and Backlund, and go with that with Heflin, and you got a nice little power play stack there. And you can throw Tkachuk in there too. He is 6,300, but I'm not a huge fan of the top line though tonight. I'm not going to cross him out entirely, but I'm not going to get more than 3 to 5%. For Boston, we'll start with Boston too. I'll get to around 5% of them. They're always low owns compared to the big bad Boston 1, which I'm playing them. You play them. They're expensive, so maybe a Boston 1 with a Carolina 3, a Boston 1 with maybe Islanders 3. Like, I don't really see. You can do Boston 1 with Nashville 3. Like, you have to find third lines for Boston 1, really. That's how strong they are. And today they're, 20? Trying to do math. They're 23-2. That's cheaper than last game. They do have a lower implied total, so I don't know how enthusiastic I'm going to be about Boston tonight. But I'll definitely get to some Marchand, Pastrnak, and Bergeron. You just do that. They're just that good. On to the next game, the Minnesota Wild and the Edmonton Oilers. 2.68 for the Wild, 2.82 for the Oilers. Devon Dubnyk and Mikko Koskinen. And I'm going to make this super duper simple. Top lines are bust. For Edmonton, the scoring is going to have to come from somewhere. It's going to be Draisaitl, Yamamoto, and Nugent Hopkins. They're priced up for that. They're the only good line in Edmonton until Connor McDavid's back. That's the only line I want to get to for that. And then partner that up with Darnell Nurse, wow. That's about it from Edmonton. On the Minnesota Wild side, I'm just not a huge fan of the Wild. Low implied total. And I'll probably get to more Fiala one-offs than an entire full stack here. Because the few times I haven't played Fiala, he seems to go off. So I will probably play him tonight, and he'll probably score 3 points. So, but if I wouldn't play, he would get 2 goals. On to the last game of the night, the Colorado Avalanche, Anaheim Ducks. 3.32 for the Avalanche, 2.68 for the Ducks. Pavel Francouz and John Gibson going in net. It's plain simple. Colorado 1. Landeskog, McKinnon, Rakowski. I'm going to be getting to McKinnon one-offs. Wow, he's 8,600. He's, I think, by far the most expensive player on the slate. Let's take a look. Probably should know this. Yep, he's 8,600. Pastrnak 8,500. Draisaitl 8,400. Kane 8,200. Those are the over 8K players that are not goalies. So this line just got that much more expensive. They're a nice line. They're a high total. 3.32 is not bad. They're going against a really bad Ducks team. So definitely a team to look at. If you want to get different, you can do Donskoy and Comfer. That line. But On the Duck side, I'll probably get to some Anaheim 1. Max Jones being 2,800 on that line makes it a lot more affordable. So definitely something to go out there. And then also some Anaheim 3. They once again look like an Anaheim 2 because they have the secondary power play time. So and they're cheap. You can partner up Richie and Terry with a Boston 1 stack. So that's something to keep in mind. And for defensemen there, Fowler for the top line, and maybe Lindholm for the second line, or for the third line. But that's just about going to do it for this slate. My top plays of the night are Islanders 1 and 2. Give me some Carolina 1. Give me some Boston 1, probably Edmonton 1, and Colorado 1. My favorite goalies are going to be Semyon Varlamov. Give me some Ben Bishop and Tuukka Rask. But that is going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below who you think is going to be the highest scoring stack of the night. I'll catch you next time. Peace out, guys.